Research paper has some chapters. It has a form in which it is written. You may call it academic pattern, academic form. It's not a freestyle writing. So research paper has some, you may call them headings or chapters. So we'll talk about them today. First, research paper starts off with an abstract. This abstract can be read by the reader and they can know immediately that if that's relevant for their research or not. After abstract, introduction phase in which you introduce yourself in terms of the topic of your research. Then literature review. In literature review, the literature or the articles you have read so far, in your bibliography you have mentioned them. You discuss your literature here. You talk about your literature, that how many of the writers or the authors, other people have talked about the same research question or related to your research. Then comes limitations and gaps of literature review, that what was the difference between your research and the literature you have read so far. Discussion of literature. Here you discuss the literature in terms of, again, the findings you found in the literature according to your research, which are similar. Then comes conclusion. Conclusion can be positive or negative, or in terms of in your favor or against what you are researching. It's not a hard formula that you have to conclude your research in a positive or a negative way. You don't have to be in favor of something. It can be descriptive or explanatory, where you just lay facts before the viewer. Then implications of future research. In implications of future research, you write that if you are going to research further, what are the implications in literature review, and also your findings and the summary of the findings in the literature review. What did you find? What's the problems? What are the issues you're facing if you or anyone else further pursue to research on the same research question? The research is about verifying your opinions rather than assumptions. So you have to keep this in mind, that these are opinions. You may call them assumptions, but it is to verify your opinions rather than just making them or name them truths. Unlike writers, researchers do not know the climax of their research concern. The idea is to present the whole journey of your research, where you started from and where have you ended. The fun part of research is that the assumptions do or do not get verified, and the reader enjoys it. This is the journey which reader is interested in. You resolve part of it during the research journey. The way you are going to resolve it, it's your intention to resolve it, but if it doesn't matter. And in the end of research paper, you write bibliography, all the names of the authors of the articles and their date of publications and year of publications, and the institute where this research was conducted, or where the country in which the research was conducted. If you're following APA formatting style, then you write bibliography in APA writing format. This is how you form a research paper. First, let's recap. First comes abstract, introduction, literature review, limitations and gaps of literature review, discussion of literature. This discussion of literature is kind of a summary of research literature findings. Conclusion, and then implications of further research, and in the end, your bibliography. in APA format.